Everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Hey, Shams, the Denver Nuggets, of course, the winners back in 2023 of the NBA title, couldn't go back-to-back last year. Is their window, in your opinion, still as open as it seemed to be?
100%. Let's remember, Nikola Jokic is still in his 20s. They still have Jamal Murray. And as long as that three-time MVP is healthy, the Nuggets front office has one thing on their minds, and it's a championship. And their biggest problem is that the rest of the West has gotten much better over the years. But if this team is healthy, as long as they keep building the right way around their two best players in Murray and Jokic, they can continue to compete for championships.
And I love what you say about the West. Top to bottom, so strong, so deep, so competitive. And the basket is good.
The relentlessness of Randle, R-squared, taking on all comers.
Here's Brown. Edwards defending. Murray right side. And the three off target. We're about 1 minute into the first. Takes a three. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And that was from way outside. It's clear McDaniels has confidence in his long-range capabilities.
Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they've just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. And finished off by McDaniel.
Quick and mobile. McDaniels can explode to the 10.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Now, I asked him if he has any plan for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Russell Westbrook in for Christian Brown. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one, but is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
6 to shoot for 3. Murray. Julius Randle with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Minnesota again turning it over. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. Last game, 26 points. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend.
365, 24/7.
Wow. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Shoots a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. I mean, they were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alton. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Westbrook double team. Wants to get it to Watson and does. Murray outside. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. And Watson has it in the corner. Back to Porter. Outside Westbrook. Murray sets a screen for Westbrook. This one for 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Randle from outside. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Minnesota on top, up 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Here's Ingles. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it's sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Peyton Watson. He's out there with Porter. It's Najee in at center. Here's Strother following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Here's Watson, stolen by Reed. Pass to McDaniels. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Watson, and Watson slams it in.
Growing into more of a passer, MPJ getting that assist.
And so it's Ingles with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, it was a narrow win, but that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side. They have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
He gets that one. So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65-game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by, and that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. DiVincenzo takes it off the glass. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. Christian Brown's checked in for the Nuggets. Murray comes in for Russell Westbrook. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Murray surveying the D. Watson the screen. Murray the pass to Watson. And Watson slams it in.
Really rock-solid decision-making from Murray, assessing the situation and then making the precise pass at the right time.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. It's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And Denver with a change here, too. Jokic is checked in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. after the basket by Minnesota. Jokic, no good. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randall throwing it down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jokic high post. Oh, Jokic powering inside.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Randall finds Gobert to the left wing. Outside Conley. The tray. And it's Denver with the rebound, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Here's Najee. Michael Conley making his last shot. It's Porter outside. Hits it from three-point range. Porter's got 9.
Boy, the mechanics of Porter Jr.'s shot are just so efficient. Almost automatic. Gets the ball and puts it right up into the shooting pocket.
And Gobert kicks to Randall. From downtown, scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Got that one up quick. He's got 6.
Well, I tell you what, Jamal Murray's so good at rocking his defender to sleep as he's setting up that pull-up jumper.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Randall with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Murray with the bounce pass. Down low with 2 seconds left. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Substitution on the court.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Timberwolves lead by 13. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace, and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention from the court and get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums, please. They're taking them off the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Denver Nuggets.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
They're like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
Well, right now for the Nuggets, they should win this one. but we always talk about these trap games where a team comes in thinking that they could just walk away with it.
Especially when the opponent is thirsty, as is the case here. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball, but I don't think anybody likes, one, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then two, whining when fouls aren't called.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Jaden McDaniel. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
The muscle from Edwards.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical, but David, that's their identity. And thank you for the report. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. 5th, the Timberwolves.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And it's Jokic missing.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over
Murray. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game. Timberwolves leading by 15. Randle with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And Randle throws it down.
You know, guys, every year Randle seems to improve as a scorer. You know, he's looking more and more confident, more comfortable out there scoring the ball.
To the inside. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 11 points.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Randle with the bucket. Randle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
For Randle, another bucket and continues to expand his offensive game.
Outside Gordon. Inside Porter. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here is Porter after the basket by Minnesota. Jokic on top. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Randle down low, defended by Gordon. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for Michael Conley. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Nuggets. Pass to Gordon. From the arc. Cans it from downtown. Gordon's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots. Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Porter inside. Working on McDaniels. Westbrook passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Here's Gobert. Lays it up off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Porter, no luck.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Here's DiVincenzo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
DiVincenzo showing a lot of heart and strength taking the foul and still getting the shot to go.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Strother, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Here's DiVincenzo. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 9.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Porter. The kick out to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. To halt the run. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
He is so tough to guard without fouling because he's aggressively attacking you at all times. And one of the great things about Westbrook, he's high motor all day, every day.
He misses the free throw. And the Nuggets making a change here. He doesn't get the second one.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Denver, at the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. Then there's Peyton Watson. It's Najee in at the 5 down low. Here's Westbrook. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Pass to Ingles. Here's Minot. He's covered by Watson. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. From beyond the arc and then some. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Outside Westbrook. Here's Najee. Guarded by Reed. Najee, no good. Minnesota leading by 20. Reed in the post. He's covered by Westbrook. Good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. And it's Westbrook missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. Reed banked in off the glass.
I tell you, I love the effort from the defense there, but inside, Reed just had the strength to overpower him.
Now here's Murray. Outside Westbrook. Will it go? A rebound by the Timberwolves. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets are gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Pass to Reed. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
That's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
And here is Ingles. from deep. And Brown pulls it down.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
The shot, no good. Minnesota leading by 20. Ingles in the corner. Over Porter. Ingles can't get it to go. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And Porter, here we go. Stolen by Reed. Gordon against Ingles. And the layup is good.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
And he's good on the 3-ball. DiVincenzo's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Julius Randle.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Ingles against Gordon. Ingles can't get it to go. Murray right side. Jokic kicks to Murray. It's Porter outside. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's Reed. Off the left rim and out. Here's Murray. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Rudy, what did the bench do to help you get this win tonight?
They've been huge. You know, they brought us back in the game, and everyone contributed. You know, it wasn't an easy night for us at the beginning, but we kept fighting, and it's a big win for us.
And I'm sure you want to keep it going, man. Congrats. Back to you guys.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Julius Randle.